Almost every major city has a shortage of affordable housing, and it's no secret that except for Gordon Gekko and other masters of the universe, Boston isn't inviting for those looking to rent either or stay in a place they currently do rent. Just last month, Zumper.com listed our city as the fourth most expensive rental market, with a median price of almost $2,400 for a one-bedroom. And according to the apartment search engine, Nespic, you'd need to make a whopping $79,000 to afford said one-bedroom. That's $17,000 more than the city's current median salary of $62,000. So for a city where two-thirds of its inhabitants rent, something clearly has got to give. But what? Well, a few Beacon Hill lawmakers have come up with a what's old is new again solution, putting rent control back on the table. That's right. If you've lived here long enough, you'll remember that the state used to have rent control until a 1994 ballot initiative outlawed it. That controversial vote was a close one, 51 to 49% to be exact. But even more divisive was that all three communities with rent control at the time, that was Boston, Cambridge, and Brookline, overwhelmingly voted to keep it. But the 348 cities and towns without it thought they knew better. Now, to be clear, the legislature's new proposal is not a state mandate. It would simply allow individual cities and towns to set their own rules to protect tenants from eviction, including capping rent prices, and do it without legislative approval. And why should Beacon Hill stop your local leaders from doing what they consider best for the people who live there? Now, when Governor Baker was asked about this yesterday, he voiced strong concerns about the proposal.
Rent control will stifle the production of new housing. That's exactly the wrong direction to go in. What we need to do here in Massachusetts is build more housing.
And we are. But while Mayor Walsh did just announce that the Boston Planning and Development Agency will be reviewing the city's affordable housing plan, which requires developers to set aside a number of affordable units or put money into the city's affordable housing fund, that is not enough. As costs have soared, so have the number of evictions in the state. A report by our colleagues at the New England Center for Investigative Reporting finds that since 2005, evictions have doubled here, leaving low-income tenants who try to fight them in a lurch having to defend themselves in housing court, since our state also lacks the right to counsel for low-income tenants. Speaking of, way back when I was a tenant lawyer in the South Bronx, I witnessed firsthand how rent control, when drafted properly, keyword again, properly, can make a city one for all people. This problem is too big to fix by a smattering of affordable units and streaks of luxury condos, and rent control just might help. So why not let the cities and towns themselves, which know the problem best, why not let them be the ones to decide?